Oh, hey, didn't see you there. Uh, what's up? I'm back. I'm back with another video. Uh, I'm not turning into a commentary channel. Just want to get that out there. Usually I do hilarious skits and like shows and stuff. Those will be coming. Those are coming. Don't worry. I'm not canceling them. Right? I just something big kind of happened. Something big happened in the last 21 hours. Um, One of my favorite rappers has released a new album, and I thought, hey, maybe I'd talk about it. Maybe I'd give a little review, a little reaction. A couple of you guys might have heard of him. His name is Rico. His new album. It's not really sure what the new album's called. On his YouTube page where he released all the music, he's got the thumbnail of the album, and it's called Chill Hop Music. I'm not sure if that's like some kind of really intelligent commentary on like the music industry or something, because the, the that's a genre of music. So who knows what's up with the title. But I guess that's enough of me talking. Let's get into it. I'll just start with the first song. It's called Fallen. So I'll give it a listen, and once I'm done, I'll give you my thoughts. Okay, so I just finished listening to track number one. Fallen is the name. Uh so far I think we've done great. I think that was really good. He's used an effect he's used in multiple other music videos. I think some of his best tracks have used the same effect. It's like a double voice. It's like an echo behind like his main voice you hear, and then there's also like I don't know what to call it. Like a second voice. I think my favorite song by him, favorite song he's made, actually uses it also, and it works really well, and I think he really started to figure out how to use that effect better, how to incorporate it more naturally. He had a good track, and it was nice, smooth. I was on it, I was riding it, I was going down. I think it worked really well. I like that one. That one's called Fallen. That's the first one. I think it's pretty good. I guess we'll go on the next one. This is the second one. It's called Pipe Down. So hopefully Pipe Down lives up to the expectations that Fallen has set. Let's give it a listen. Alright, so I just finished listening to Pipe Down, and surprise, surprise, I actually really enjoyed it. I thought it was really good. He did, just like I said, my same comments on Fallen about how he used that new technique. It's not really new technique, but how he used that technique even better. I really do think he's sort of mastered it. He knows what he's doing. He knows what's up with it. He knows when to use it, when to not use it. He's getting really good at it. He's got a good. He's also got a good track. He's got good lyrics, obviously, right? It's something I can kind of like, ooh, you know what I'm talking about? I can get down with it. I'm thinking he's done pretty good so far. These two, usually, I gotta be honest. I don't want to hate on the dude. I love his music. I met him in person even, and I told him that. Some of his other albums, some of the songs he's had, they've been kind of weak. They got kind of weird sound. They got a weird sound to them. I'm not really about them. Some people might be, just not for my tastes. They're kind of weird. He's so far listening to these first two in this album, that hasn't happened at all, one bit. He's got a good sound. He sounds like he knows what he's doing. Like he knows his sound. Like he knows his own sound. He's not trying to copy anybody. He's really getting down to it, and he's really making some good stuff. Which before, he was a little unsure. He was a little unfamiliar with himself. I think he's really honed himself in. He's really focusing on one aspect of his music and improving that, making the best he can. I think he's doing pretty good so far. Pipe Down was solid, you know. All right, so far, the two I've listened to, they're both really good. Let's get into that third one. The third one's called Meditation. Oh, it's got a feature on it. Oh, feature. He's got a feature. He's featuring Tuck. Tuck. Who's Tuck? I don't know. Tuck, like Tucker. Who knows? I don't know. Hopefully he's good. Let's check it out. Alright, so I just finished listening to his third track, Meditation, featuring Tuck. I don't know about it. It wasn't bad. I don't think, on a technical level, he did great. It was just like the other two. Just personally, it was a little, it wasn't really my taste. It was a little harder, it was a little, I'm sure if you listen to a lot of rap, it's probably good. You'll probably like it, Me, I just casually, a song here or there. I don't really have a preference. I don't really have a favorite rapper or anything. So on a technical level, to me, it sounded fine, but just my personal taste, I didn't really like it. It was a little maybe too hard. Maybe I think part of that was also because again the album title is Chill Hop Music. It's got like this pastel color palette, round bubbly shapes and everything on the cover art. This was very objectively, this was not chill hop at all. I don't know if that's a problem. I don't think it is, but I do think I was a little misled, and because of that, my listening experience did diminish a little bit. I went in expecting some smoother, easier listening. What I got was a little more hard. I'm not really opposed to that. I just think I wasn't ready. Maybe if I had known, maybe if the title had been different, if the art styles for all the covers had been different, I would have liked it a little bit better. I think he did good. I think he did well though. Out of the three I've listened to, I would say that Meditation is the weaker one. Not because he had a feature, just because I personally didn't like it. Yeah. Let's listen to track number 4. Track number 4, which is Too Late, parentheses, Don't Bother. We're getting kind of deep though. If he's gonna have parentheses, dang, the next track also has parentheses in the title, man. Dang, he's getting serious, dude. All right, let's give it a listen. This is Too Late, Don't Bother. Okay, I just finished listening to the track Too Late, Don't Bother. I actually thought it was really good. I think so far, out of the 4 I've listened to, it's actually my favorite. Right? I think the problem of the last track, Meditation, the weakness of Meditation was that it wasn't really chill hop, and so I didn't expect it, and I thought it felt weird in the context of the rest of the album. I think the opposite is true for Too Late, Don't Bother. I think having the chill hop, the pastel colors, the nice soft cover art, I think it helped it. I think it made it even better. I went in expecting something chill, something soft, something easy, smooth, and I think that's exactly what I got from Too Late, Don't Bother. Again, he's really getting better with his effects. He's doing a lot more. He's doing a lot more in the background. You can really hear it. Some of his older songs, you could tell he didn't have that. There was something that was lacking. It's not really his fault though. He didn't have the skill. Now he does. Very obviously, he's been practicing with his editing. And you can see it. You can't see it. You can hear it. He's getting a lot better. it sounds stronger, it's a lot more cohesive, the whole thing flows together. Some of the other tracks you can kind of hear where different, like, I don't know, maybe different cuts, different samples like end. It's a little weird. This one, newer songs don't have any of those problems, right? Those are all old problems. He doesn't have them anymore. I think so far, this is the best song, like on a technical level, that he's made, right? It's got a good beat, it's got good lyrics, everything flows, it sounds nice. It's my favorite in the album so far, right? Okay, so the next song it's called Better Off, parentheses, Alone. Oh, dang, alone? He's alone. But he's got a feature. So it's Better Off Alone, featuring Mad CC. Now, I've heard some Mad CC songs, or not songs, features on Rico's tracks from before. So this is like, he's like one of the OGs, dude. He's been here a while. All right, let's give it a listen. Better Off Alone, featuring Mad CC. Alright, so I just listened to Better Off Alone featuring Mad CC, track number 5. I gotta say, it's not my favorite. I think it wasn't really bad. I don't think it's as strong as any of the other ones. The other ones really, I felt on a technical level at least, they were really solid. He knew what he was doing, he had a vision, and he executed it pretty consistently, pretty well. I think Better Off Alone had some weird editing in it, maybe some weird effects, some weird way he cut some of the sounds. I think it was a little odd. There's a point in the song where it just stops everything, like it's right after the feature, right after Mad CC sings, and then it just stops. Everything stops. The beat, the track, just all the vocals, all the effects. There's not even like static. It's just like it stops, like, and I thought the song was over. So I was like, I looked and I was like, oh, there's still like 45 seconds left. What? Why is it silent? What's going on? And then and then it picked back up again. He kind of like faked me out. I don't know if that's a bad thing. Maybe that's something that you like, but usually, you kind of, when you listen to a lot of music, when you hear a lot of audio, when you do a lot of editing like that, like I have, you kind of get this like language in editing, and like usually when you hear a drop like that, it's pretty common, but a lot of the times it's accompanied by some kind of like, there's some kind of weight before it. You get hit with bass or with some kind of emotional dialogue right before it. This didn't really have that. It didn't really have, there's like a build up, almost like a bass drop, but instead like you build up and then the payoff. Sometimes the best payoff is total silence, right? And there are a lot of songs that do that really well. There's a lot of like maybe movies that do that really well. I don't know if they did it so well in this. I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt and assume he was thinking the same thing I'm thinking when he did that, which, maybe he wasn't, right? Who am I to say what he was thinking as an artist, right? This might be exactly what he was envisioning, and I'm just interpreting it wrong. I think that I'm not sure that was something that helped. I'm not sure that was an asset to the music. I think if anything, it brought me out. Instead of putting me back in, instead of making me excited to hear what comes next, the next verse, I think it made me, I thought it was over, and I was like, oh, okay, and it brought me out. It kind of killed my vibe. I wasn't really expecting that, and so I think that is a plus, when an artist can do something you don't expect. But I think it also has to be done well. I think it also has to have, at the very end, while confusion might be a negative emotion, I think in a short-term case, especially in something like this where it's only 2 minutes long, I think a little bit of confusion near the 2/3 mark is a good thing, right? You're not expecting it. You're like, oh, what's gonna happen? What's this? Right? You want to hear what's coming next. they built up to this huge payoff. I don't think they built up enough. I don't think he had a good enough build up to it. You know, I wasn't expecting it. And so I didn't really gain anything from listening to it. It was kind of an odd thing, I think. I think the music suffered a little bit from that. That's probably my biggest complaint. I really did enjoy the feature with Mad CC. I think that was really cool. I liked the way it flowed. I liked the way it sounded. It's something I might be listening to later, right? Rico's own lyrics, the lyrics written, they were good. Diegetically, they were pretty good, right? I think, again, a little more of, on the technical side, some editing was a little odd, a little funky. He's got some weirder effects in there. Maybe a little mixing is funny. Different. Maybe I should say different instead of funny. Give less of a negative connotation. It was different. I kind of, by the time you're halfway through an album, you kind of learn the language it's going to speak to you and the palette it's going to use when it's communicating ideas. This did it differently, and again, I wasn't really expecting that. Maybe if I had listened to this song first, I would have enjoyed it a lot more, in the context of listening to one song after another, after another, after another. It was different, and more so than enjoyable, I think it was jarring. To sum up, I don't think it was bad. I think it was okay. It was generally decent, right? It's definitely not. It's not going to be on constant repeat in my car or online. You know what I'm talking about. But like I said, it's not bad. So far he hasn't really had a bad song in the album. He's had a couple I don't like, but nobody can have a perfect album of songs that have nothing wrong with them, right? That's impossible, and that's an unrealistic expectation. I think out of the 5 I've listened to, 3 being really good, 3 being really amazing, especially in the context of the rest of his career on this channel, on this YouTube channel, these are really amazing. I think there's a solid argument that could be made where these are the best that he's made so far in his career, right? He does have another channel. He does have some more music on that channel. I'm not going to get into that. This is a review of strictly this album in an isolated environment, right? So in that isolated environment, I think he's done really amazingly well so far, right? Some of the other albums he's had are just recycled singles that he's released. Some of them aren't. Like I said, I don't want to hate on the guy. Nothing wrong. It's nothing personal. It's, it's one artist critiquing another artist, right? I've also made rap music, so while I might not have the best idea about what goes on behind the scenes and the thought process and how these things get made, I do have a general idea, a basic concept of what he's doing, and I think having that in my head while I listen to this, and also having every other song he's made up to this point in my head, I think I can really hear really well what he's doing, what he's improving on, the good things that he's keeping. I can hear callbacks to some other songs he's made, just with the editing, some of the sound effects he uses, and I think he does it really well, right? So there's only 3 left. This is only an 8-track album. So far, none of them have been really bad. I don't want to say, in comparison to the rest of his catalog after that huge rant, everything, the 5 songs I've listened to so far, every song in this album I've listened to on a technical level is better than anything he released a year ago, objectively. Some of those, there's 1 or 2 that I really enjoy, but on a technical level, those are garbage compared to this album. He's got some really good stuff going on now that he didn't have before, and I think even on the songs that I don't like as much, I can enjoy them a lot more than some of the songs that I don't like as much from previous albums, because these are so much higher quality, better sound, better editing, more features, higher quality features, right? I don't want to roast the features either. On some of the other tracks, they're not really like they're just kind of like shoehorned in there. Like, yeah, let's get a feature, dude. Yeah, come on. These are more like there's actually an idea being conveyed. There's some sense of agreement between the two artists in the product that comes out, right? So I think, again, to sum up everything I just said, as a whole, he's improving a lot. He's done huge amounts of improvement, and it's really impressive to see it over a longer period of time like this. But this song, Better Off Alone, featuring Matt CC, not my favorite. Not my favorite, but it's still really good, and I could easily listen to it again, and I probably will. Not a lot, though. Alright, time for the next one. This is track 6. It's called Free, featuring Lima. Let's get into it. Alright, I just finished listening to the 6th song in the album. It's called Free, featuring Lima. Interesting. Again, on a technical level, really good. There's only one part that I thought was sounded weird, but I was like, what? Kind of brought me out of it, which that's happened before on the album. Something. He's not perfect yet. He's not Eminem. He's not Drake yet, right? But he's getting there. He's getting pretty close. I liked it. I liked the song. I thought it was pretty good. This is the first song that I can actively remember right now where he had a female also singing on it with him. The feature, Lima's apparently a woman. I thought she did pretty well. I thought it was pretty good. It was a nice sound. It was good. I think it really fit the chill hop vibes that he was trying to give off, right? And then he comes in, and he also sounded really well. I think they both fit really well. At the beginning, she was the singer. Then he was kind of like a backup, and then by the end they had switched. Now he was the singer, and she was kind of giving the backup, kind of helping him along, right? And I think it worked really well. I think it was good. I think the only problem was near the middle, when we're kind of switching from Lima singing, being the main, and Rico being the backup, to Rico being the main and Lima being the backup. I think during that switch, he kind of overlaid the two voices, right? And so before we had main and backup and they were singing along. Here they're like meshed together and they're singing, and it doesn't give a really nice sound in my opinion. His deeper, more like not really rugged voice, but more of a masculine voice over her like more melodic singing voice. Her like more singing voice and his, that's a good way to say it. The overlay between her more like melodic singing kind of voice and his more like a little rougher, less melodic, more rap style voice. Putting them on top of each other gave a weird juxtaposition that I don't think really meshed well. I don't think it really sounded good. Other than that, odd little choice there. I think it was really good. I think it flowed really well. This was one of the more easier, more slowed, a little slower. It was a good listen to it though. It was good. It was a good listen. I liked it. I thought it was pretty good, and I'll probably listen to it again. I liked it. Again, it's not my favorite. Too Late, Don't Bother was pretty hot. I gotta say that. Still, 3 songs later, it's still my favorite one so far. I think it might stay my favorite one. Right. The next song number 7, is called Sight of Peace. Oh, guess what? Our old friend Tuck is back. He's back. He's featured again. Dude, that's the second. 2 in a row in the same album. Dude, he's really making it out there. He's really getting out there. He's getting on some good songs, I wasn't a fan of Meditation. He was in that. This is, hopefully he'll be better in this one. Hopefully this is one of the stronger works. Hopefully this is my new favorite. I haven't listened to all the songs. Hopefully this one's really good. So far, again, none of them have been bad. There's not a bad song in this album, which really shows you how far he's come from the very beginning when he was releasing singles and he was using like Simpsons characters, like Simpsons fan art as Simpsons fan art and emojis as his thumbnails. You know, he's gone up. He's got actual like album covers that he's using now. He's doing a lot better for himself. You know, he's got a lot more features. You know, so you know you can really tell if you've been listening to him for a long time, or if you just go through and listen to some of like 3 older songs and then you come back and listen to three from this album. You can really hear the difference. It's almost jarring how good this sounds compared to what he's released before. Which again, you know, you can't say it's technically, on a technical level, it is bad, right? But that doesn't matter. That's not what gets you popular. If you start off, nobody knows your name, and you're perfect on a technical level, that doesn't matter. What matters is whether your actual music is good, whether the beat sounds good, whether your singing sounds good, you know, whether you got personality, style, and you can flow, right? That's what really matters on a song, right? And he's had that. He's always had that. You know, he's had that from the very beginning, and only now, when his technical abilities kind of caught up, has he really been able to start making some good stuff. You know, he was kind of limited before by, you know, maybe the studio he was recording in, his audio equipment, his editing equipment, his access to like sounds that he didn't record that you buy. You know, he was probably limited in that regard. Now he's starting to get to a point where he can use those things. They're more readily available. And it's made his musical quality go up quite a bit, right? And so every time I've found every single one of the songs that I'm listening to on this album, I've gone in with high expectations. Even if I come off of a song that I didn't really like that much, I enter the next song with a high. Well, I'm excited. I'm ready for it because I know. Even if it doesn't fit my tastes, it's still going to be really exciting to hear how much better the quality on this is compared to what he's had before. Alright, I just finished listening to Sight of Peace. I actually really enjoyed it. I really did like this one. I thought it was really good. Is it my favorite? I don't know. I'd have to listen to it, and I'd have to listen to Too Late, Don't Bother a little more. I'd have to get more familiar with the songs to say which is actually my favorite. But I think you know, Too Late, Don't Bother going on undefeated for 6 songs in a row, and now there's doubt cast on it after this song. I think that shows how strongly I like this song at the very least. I thought it was really good. I thought it had a cool beat behind it. I think the lyrics were really good. Tuck, I gotta say, dude, you did redeem yourself in my eyes. After Meditation not really being to my liking, you really came back, and I think you actually added a lot to the song that wouldn't have been there. Not to say that the song would have been lacking in any way if Tuck wasn't in the song. I think just like any good piece of art where there's more than one artist, the second artist, the artist that's brought on to collaborate, I think he enhanced and added to the product, right? I think even without Tuck, the song was really good. You know, on a technical level, everything except for the beginning was really good, really enjoyable, easy to listen to. Nothing was discordant. Nothing really was like jarring. You know, Rico's kind of got a reputation for his vocals being a little rough, a little like scratchy on your ears, you know, not really something smooth and easy to listen to. So with this song, he's still got that. You can tell he's still kind of battling with that habit. He might like this. I think it's really because he personally, he likes the way that sounds. I don't like the way that sounds at all, but I think he does because it's really prevalent in all of his music, and you know, all his whole career he's done that. I never liked it. I never will like it. I think it sounds terrible. But if he likes it, then he should keep doing it because he can, you know, regardless of whether I like it, he can still master that and get it to a point where it's really good and it is really easy for most people to listen to, right? I think that's what's more important than whether one guy like me likes it, right? You know, other than that one specific, that isolated part, I think it was really good, and I really did enjoy the whole thing. And I think I will listen to the song multiple times. I'll listen to it a lot more, even if it isn't my favorite song. I will listen to it a lot, definitely. Just because of the way I am, I might skip that beginning part, the opening. Maybe where he's singing with the odd. It's an odd choice of editing, just for me. I think I've started in my friend group. I call it the double voice, where he's got like his main voice, and he's singing the same lyrics. It's like an echo almost, but it's a little different. It's a little weird. I'm just not a fan of it. I haven't seen anybody else really complain about it, so it might just be me. If it is, then he should just keep doing it. I don't want to be the guy to tell him how to paint his painting. So I think that song's pretty good, right? The next and last song is called No Handouts, featuring Little Rambo. Now, Little Rambo has been on here multiple times. He's a feature I am pretty familiar with. Him, Mad CC, I am also familiar with, but he's not very. He's only in one song on this whole album. He's not very prevalent. He's kind of like well, what am I saying? Little Rambo's only been on here once. I really know Little Rambo, right? Lil, not Little. Lil Rambo. Lil Rambo's been on here before. I'm familiar with the name. I know the name. I'm kind of familiar with the voice. Let's see what he brings. Let's see what he brings to the table. No Handouts. This is the last song in the album. After this, we're done. Not like that's a bad thing. I enjoyed listening to it all. Okay, I just finished listening to No Handouts featuring Little Rambo. That's the last track on the album. Dang, it's really been a great album. I'll talk about the album as a whole in a little bit. Onto the actual song, number 8, No Handouts featuring Little Rambo. I gotta say, to be honest, this is my least favorite out of what I've listened to so far. For no reason other than just personal taste. It's not really the kind of flow I usually listen to. It's not really what I'm familiar with. Not really something I enjoy. On a technical level, it's just as good as all the other ones. Some people, if you like that style, you'll probably really love it. I think on a technical level, again, like I've said so many times, it's really good. It's really impressive to see how he's evolved from what he was before to what he is now. I think he's done a really great job with all the editing on the whole album. But again, just personal taste, my own preferences. I don't like No Handouts. Little Rambo, he sang fine. He did great. His part was good, right? Like I said, I'm a little familiar with his voice. I didn't elaborate what that meant. I will now. I'm not really a fan of his voice. Nothing against the dude, right? I don't want him to drop a diss track on me or something. That goes for everybody. Tug, Mad CC, Lima. Don't drop a diss track on me, dude. Please, dude or lady, please. Right? It's nothing of this is personal. Nothing is against them as an artist, right? Just my own personal taste, my own personal thoughts on how they added to or took away from the final product that I was listening to, right? So, I'm sure if you actually like this style, you probably really like the way he sang. You probably really, you get what I'm saying. I kind of, this is just me making up total nonsense here, but I kind of get the feeling this is a song more like what Lil Rambo probably makes than it is like the song that's kind of been set by this album. This one had the same kind of problem to me that Meditation had. It didn't really fit with the chill hop kind of vibe, the thumbnail, pastel blue, pastel pink. It says chill hop music. You get this soft kind of vibe. This kind of just craps all over that. It's not soft. It's not slow. It's a little harder. like I said, if you like that, I'm sure it's pretty good. You'll enjoy it a lot, I think. Just personally, since I'm not really into that, I didn't enjoy it that much. I think it's pretty good though. I think it's cool. You know, I do actually like the album as a whole, right? The album as a whole, talking about the album as a whole a little bit more, I really liked it. I think this is, like I've said multiple times, this is his best work so far, right? I think he's doing some really cool stuff. I think he's doing some really great stuff. And I'm excited to see what he does more often, you know. Most of the songs fell into the category he put them in with the thumbnail, the chill hop. Most of them fall in. They're really good, you know. Even the songs that I haven't talked about as much, that I haven't mentioned as much, like Fallen or Free, they're still really good. They still fit the vibe. They still, if you're really trying to get onto that chill hop and you want some Rico to fill that void, it's here for you. You can really get it. It's easily accessible. You know, you're not going to be disappointed with this album. I think it did really good, and I'm excited to see any new singles that come out, and I'm really excited to see the next album he comes out, which probably will be a while, because the last album he made, called A Heartbroken Kid, that came out 11 months ago. So he's at a yearly album kind of thing, you know. And so I don't know, maybe if this does really good, maybe if this video blows up or something, I'll review that album. That album has some songs that I really do enjoy, right? Waiting Outro, the last song in that album, I really enjoy it. It's one of my favorites. It's one of the ones that when my friends say play some Rico, that's one of the ones that I play almost first, almost number one. You know, that's the one I really like. So to recap, you know, the album is really great. It's really exciting to see the evolution of somebody who's small and hasn't really gotten big and discovered yet. It's really exciting to see him improve and evolve. I'm excited to see what he does next, and I will definitely be listening to the chill hop he has put out. I will be listening to it for the next few days at the very least. Some of these songs will be just, I will listen to all the time.